Ready or not, here comes the Beyond the Film podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tyler.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Justin.
And if you haven't figured it out, this is where we finally get to talk about Project Hail Mary. No, I'm kidding. But that will be coming up sooner rather than later. Maybe before this podcast even comes out. I got to see Project Hail Mary early. I will work on recording a solo review for you guys and have that out to you as soon as possible. But speaking of solo reviews, Ryan, isn't there something you want to plug?
It's going on this channel. They saw it last week for the episode.
Well, just trying to get engagement with our other videos, man.
I did my first solo video. It's a lot harder than having two hosts. It's fun. I might do more. I might do my own series on the channel. It's all in the works. But who knows?
I think you guys should let us know if you like the solos, because we'll do more of them and maybe get more content out to you guys regularly. But
Agreed.
It's all about what the fans want. But now that we're going there, gentlemen, we are talking about the shockingly long anticipated, because I didn't realize how long ago Ready or Not came out, the anticipated sequel to Ready or Not, a movie that kind of put Matt Bellinti open and oh god, I forgot.
You'd probably just call him Radio Silence.
Radio Silence, yeah, kind of put Radio Silence on the map, I believe, because this movie got them Scream 5, right?
Yeah, that and Abigail afterwards too.
Yep, another movie I dug, and Ready or Not is a movie that I definitely dug too, and the long-awaited sequel, all these years later, finally comes out. Is it good? I guess we're gonna have to find out. But before we get there, gentlemen, what were your thoughts on the first Ready or Not, and what were your expectations going into this movie?
Well, I think Justin and I actually both just watched the first one for the first time this week, like right before we saw this.
Yesterday, actually.
And
wow,
it was all right. I mean, I do think that, like, my fault, because I think that you talking it over the past year, like half a year that we've seen trailers now, I think that, like, it got talked up a lot in my book, and I was holding it up on this really high pedestal when it's like a fine movie. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not like the Golden Globe of horror comedy movies, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fine movie. It's just I had it too high esteems in my book that I thought it was going to be.
Okay. Justin?
I don't know if it was like that team of Radio Silence's first movie,
I think it was.
But I mean, I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. There was only a few things that like kind of annoyed me, but after watching this and seeing other movies from them, I kind of can get an idea of what their movie's going to kind of be like going forward, because they kind of have the same cliches and do kind of the same thing in a lot of their movies, actually, surprisingly.
Oh god, do you guys remember Devil's Due?
No.
It was like it was just another basic generic
horror movie,
like Rosemary's Baby, I'm giving birth to the devil thing. That was one of their first movies other than VHS.
Well, they did VHS. I really dug VHS series.
Yeah. So yeah, they definitely had some history with horror prior to Ready or Not coming out. I liked Ready or Not. I guess by default I liked it more than you guys did, not just because of Samara Weaving's really great performance in that movie. I think especially more so in that first movie compared to the second one, where she has Catherine Newton to work off of. Like, she's really doing a lot of the heavy lifting of that movie, like kind of putting us in her shoes and kind of turning into quite a solid twist on the typical final girl formula. She's by no means like a helpless damsel, but she does have some sort of like moral code to her that definitely comes more out in the second movie. I think I like the movie not just because it is funny. It's definitely not scary. Like I would have a hard time calling these movies scary. Same with this one. Like, they try jump scares. It's nothing super, super terrifying. But like I think the movie's got a really nice biting satirical edge. Like, it really is a massive takedown of the ultra rich. Basically, passing them off as moronic weirdos who only believe in this like cult devil idea when it suits them. And I thought just the just seeing Samara Weaving as like this morally righteous character take on the absolute moronic nature of this nation's ultra rich was really funny. And I really enjoyed that movie, especially when you get to the ending and then, without spoiling it, like they play a will they won't they, like is this actually something that can destroy a whole family? And the reveal at the end, it just really works for me. It's something that like I've never really forgot from that movie. So
it's solid, definitely. Everything about it, like I said, it's a solid movie. I used it before you liked it more than us. I'm not saying I didn't like it in any way, shape, or form. I just don't know if it's something that it's gonna be like I feel like I'll slowly forget about it, and it'll be one of those movies in 10 years or so. I go, oh yeah, that was a fine movie.
Sure. Yeah. And I was kind of shocked when they were coming out with a second movie because I thought they kind of missed their window. Because I think many of the people were like you, Ryan, where they're just like, okay, that movie came out, I liked it, and then moved on.
Yeah.
So to get a movie all these years later, with Samara Weaving returning too, is quite shocking. So seeing that trailer, I wasn't super excited for it, mainly because what I thought was going to happen, which it ended up not being, like I thought they actually spoiled a good portion of the movie in that trailer.
Yeah.
And it turns out that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But were you guys excited for this movie?
Yeah, I was excited just because of how highly you talked about the first one.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that even though it had taken so long, I actually think I enjoyed the second one better than I enjoyed the first one. I think that it had a more solid story.
You can go into it. Let's just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't even have an exact reason. I think I just liked getting into more of the background and the history of like what's going on with like Mr. LaBelle, and like the whole background of everything. I think that the first movie was a fine movie, but it's just kind of like you're here, this is happening, people are dying. We don't really tell you why or what for exactly. Like you get a little bit, a game and the family has to do it, but like obviously there's a bigger story being told. And I mean, what was it? Almost 7 years now it took to get this sequel.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why it took so long. Like the movie was a hit when it came out. I thought it was a shoo-in for a sequel, like pretty much right away. But then they went on to do other projects. I don't know if they just wanted to wait until they eventually got back around to doing the project themselves instead of selling it off to some other director or writing team. But yeah, Justin, what did you think of the movie?
I mean, I thought it was solid. I mean, it's definitely one of those movies. If you like the first one, you're gonna like the second one. I mean, I enjoyed it. It almost felt almost exactly like it was just starting right over from the first one. It didn't feel any different. Like how some sequels, it feels completely different than the first one, especially with that long of a break from movies between movies. There's so many changes, and it almost feels like this is a completely different movie. It doesn't even feel like it's the same universe, but this definitely felt like the same universe. Samara Weaving is still great in the role. She plays it perfect, never lost a step in it. I thought the jokes were just as good. I felt like the villains were a little bit better in this one than the last one. I thought the brother Titus was probably the biggest threat to anybody. Like, he was more scarier than any of the characters combined in the first one. Like, I took him more as a serious threat than any of the other ones. Like, I thought they were too goofy. The family was just too goofy, too dumb. It almost felt like this guy could actually kill her if she didn't make a deal like she did. And, how she gets out of the whole situation was a good twist, too. I was sitting there wondering, like, what is she going to do? How is she going to get out of this?
For sure. I agree with you fully there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe to surprise you guys a little bit, Ryan, I actually pretty much agree with you. Like I actually think this movie kind of fits the mold of what a sequel should be, right? It's supposed to be bigger, badder, bloodier, more fun. Like, I think, yeah, I mean, maybe because the film basically is a remix of the first film in a lot of ways, you do get some like law of diminishing returns. Like it's maybe not as effective the second time around as it was the first. But yeah, I mean, I think this movie has a bit more to offer. It's definitely gorier. Samara Weaving is not tasked with carrying the movie on her own. Like, you actually get some recognizable faces here. It's nice to see Sarah Michelle Gellar, the guy who played Titus. I forgot his name, but he's in The Pit, and he's very good in The Pit. Great show on HBO right now. Even Catherine Newton, who has kind of been around. I was joking with Lizzie that she was kind of the McKenna Grace before McKenna Grace kind of burst onto the scene, where it feels like she was just kind of in everything.
David Cronenberg.
Yeah. Cronenberg makes a weird cameo. Like, Elijah Wood's really fun in this movie.
Yeah.
I think the movie is just it throws a lot more at you, and they're like, if we're gonna basically tell the same story again, we're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna go bigger. We're gonna turn this like mysterious satanic cult from the first movie into like some giant globe-trotting Illuminati type conspiracy, and we're just gonna replay some of the big bits. We're gonna add this fun dynamic with her sister, and we're just gonna go balls to the wall. And for the most part, I can't, other than maybe the fact that it's just kind of a rehash of the first one, and maybe it being a little bit too long. Like, I had a lot of fun with this movie, and I can't really poke too many complaints outside of that.
Well, so I don't know if you care as much as I do, but like, going back to the cult and stuff, the whole series have been like, okay, so is Mr. LaBelle, is he like the devil? Is he like a demon? What is he exactly? And finally, as the credits were about to roll before the end of the movie, I finally figured it out. And I realized LaBelle is actually an anagram for Belial, which is a crossroad demon in Judeo-Christian religion. So, like, completely clicked. So I'm proud of myself for that. But I also want to say, going to Samara Weaving, like, one, let it be known, she has perfected her horror movie Scream. Like, props to her. Some of the screams she did in both of these movies were fantastic. But I don't think this is her best movie involving a satanic cult. And I don't know if you've seen the Babysitter series, but there's a lot of similarities. And
I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I think I like the Babysitter better. Okay.
Totally fair. I think Samara Weaving's a great modern scream. Can you guys hear her squeaking? Yes, Samara Weaving's just a really, really great scream queen. Like, she's mastered the scream. She's mastered that sort of bravado that she carries herself with. Like, she's not the damsel in distress type scream queen. She very much fits that mold of a post-feminist, empowering scream queen that I definitely like. Like, can you imagine if Samara Weaving was in those Strangers movies instead of Madeline Petch or whatever that name is?
Probably would have been better.
God, they would have been instantly better films. Like she truly can carry a subpar script to glory. And you know, maybe in hindsight, maybe I do agree with you a little bit. Like, I think I gave the original Ready or Not a 4 stars. And I think that maybe is a little bit too high. I think it's much closer to like a 3.5 star movie. Whereas I think this one is much closer to like a 4-star movie.
I'd agree with that.
And I think the reason why this one is better is because I think Samara Weaving has improved as an actress. Like she's continuing to hone her craft. She has more people to work with. And I really hope that she continues to do stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen the like press or anything for this movie, but I believe she's pregnant right now. So I hope that she if she decides to, you know, step away to focus more on her family for a while, and not do as many movies, like, hey, all power to her, like, take time for your family. But I really hope that she does continue to choose roles that are fitting that nice scream queen formula that I think she's really suited to.
For sure. And we might even see something like what's going on right now with Emma Roberts, where Emma Roberts is stepping away because she's a mom now. That's why, actually, I just learned that's why she was not in the most recent Scream movie, when she was asked multiple times to show back up, but her availability was not there.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Like, but to be honest, she's not missing much because that movie sucks. So
she made the right choice. She made the right choice not taking.
Yeah. Well, like, like Ryan, knowing what they would have had her do, is that really worth it? No. Like,
it's not as bad as Scream 3, but it's like the second worst Scream movie.
been in there for 5 seconds
Yeah.
because they weren't going to bring her back to the level that they did Stu Macher. They're like, but we're not here to talk about why Scream 7 sucks. We're here to talk about why Ready or Not 2 is by far the better horror movie of 2025 so far.
The final thing I want to say about Samara Weaving is actually through the advertising of this movie, I was actually really fed up with her. I'm once again face blind for people that don't know, and I did not realize she was the same person from The Babysitter. I thought she was somebody else, and I was kind of fed up with her because I got the same kind of vibe that I got from Madeline Petch of like, I want to be a Scream Queen and I'm a bad bitch and like all of that through all the trailers. But I've actually seen the 2 movies. I have a lot more respect for her. I agree with you that like she's gonna be on my radar from now on. And I think that if she continues horror, I think that's we're gonna see some great things from her.
Look, I mean, she's an Nepo baby. Like she's got the acting pedigree, and she's probably been preparing for this kind of stuff for quite a while. For those who are unaware, she is she's the niece, I believe, of Hugo Weaving, who you may know from the Marvel movies. He was Red Skull, or V for Vendetta. He was V.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'm not a big Lord of the Rings guy, but I'm guessing more people are going to know him from Lord of the Rings than V for Vendetta. But
yeah, and The Matrix.
Oh yes, of course. He was Agent Smith in The Matrix, right? Yeah, so he's been around the franchise game for sure. So yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say about Ready or Not. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about, specifics with the movie, or?
No, I think we about covered it. Justin, do you have anything?
No, I think we're good. Other than I kind of am not getting like the one thing I'm not liking about Radio Silence's like movies is they make it so much to where the protagonist gets beat the shit out of so much that how are they not dead?
Yeah.
Or in like real pain? Like a good example, Scream 6. The dude gets stabbed like 75 times in the movie theater. How is he alive? How did he walk out like, that's fine. I only got stabbed. Like, screw, Dewey getting stabbed once. And
I was about to say,
he's dead, but I got stabbed 102 times. Like,
that is very much part of the Scream lore. Is somehow able to survive being stabbed in places that should have killed you. But no, you are completely correct. I think they did that with Jenna Ortega in the first in their first Scream movie.
The first opening scene there,
Abigail. They take a freaking beating in that movie too.
Yeah. So it almost like takes me out of like, oh, I'm not worried that they're gonna die because at this point, they're basically the Hulk or Captain America. Like, I'm not worried. It's more the villains I'm worried about than them.
Yeah, well, and in the movie, I'm guessing you're referring to when Titus was throwing around Catherine Newton's character.
Yeah, that kind of
it's like she's just taking an absolute beating. Like he's punching her in the face, throwing her against the wall, and then like they get to the scene later on where they get cleaned up for something, and she looks like fine. I'm like, okay,
not even a black eye.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure. Like she should be in much worse shape.
Yeah, there should be no reason why Captain America gets up and looks more beat up than she did. I mean, come on.
Even like, and God, it bothered me. I mentioned over to Lizzie. It's like it really bothered me that they cleaned her up, but like they left the cut open instead of like
stitching
it up. I'm like okay, like that's a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean. It was a good movie. Like, when would you guys recommend going to see this movie?
I'd say theater.
Yeah, I mean, if you have seen the original and you like the series, go catch it in theaters. If not, I mean, I don't think it's like devastating if you miss it in theaters. If you catch it streaming on Hulu or wherever it'll be, like catch it streaming. But like, definitely see it. Yeah,
I agree. I think it's worth a theater shot. But obviously. I think there's better movies out right now that are more deserving of a theater visit. So, I mean, if you do end up catching it on like premium streaming or VOD, that's perfectly okay too. It's not necessarily a movie built for the big screen, but it's definitely a fun enough experience in a theater where you're not going to regret your purchase.
Right.
So, All right. What did you think of Ready or Not 2? Let us know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your fellow movie fan.
And let us know if you want us to do more solo stuff. I had a couple ideas for different things of possibly some horror related videos, so let me know what you would want to see.
Adios, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Ready or Not.
Oh, am I gonna throw in a jump scare?
Boo!
Time to run and hide. Run, and now I wanna find you. Scurry off into the darkness. Hurry, I'll hide you. Don't you speak, hide and seek. Run, 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 run.